Hi everybody, this is Alice and I'm going to be giving you a short presentation about controlled vocabulary. Controlled vocabulary is a principled vocabulary list used to control the way database terms are entered. It is a list of standardized subject headings used by catalogers and database indexers to describe what the source is about. These subject headings may also be known as subject terms, preferred terms, index terms, system keywords, or descriptors. Used to ensure consistent indexing, the terms in a controlled vocabulary list are selected so that only one term represents a concept. This allows for results that relate to that concept to show up in a search even if the term isn't in the text itself. The Library of Congress subject headings is the only controlled vocabulary list accepted as a worldwide standard. This means that the subject headings can vary from database to database as they don't always use the Library of Congress subject headings list. An example of a controlled vocabulary list that we have used in this class is MESH, or Medical Subject Headings, which we saw in the Medline database, but it also appears in many other medical databases. You want to use controlled vocabulary in your search when you need greater precision, such as when you need to find everything you can for a topic, and it's almost necessary for good scholarly research. You don't want to use controlled vocabulary when you want to do a more general search or when you want to use natural language. Some disadvantages to controlled vocabulary include articles that may be miscategorized. The controlled vocabularies might lag behind culture and technology if they had not been updated in a few years, and not all databases have controlled vocabulary. There are three types of categories for controlled vocabularies. These include subject specific, which are created by associations or indexing companies that follow international standards for thesaurus construction; general, which are not designed for any single discipline, but broad, so it covers all possible topics. The Library of Congress subject headings is an example of this; or computer back generated. This is done by a computer based on existing subjects from the subject field in the database's terms. If you want to use controlled vocabulary for your research, you first want to make sure the database you're using uses controlled vocabulary. To do this, there are several ways. You can look in the subject field in the advanced search options. If you are using ProQuest, you can check out the Pro sheet for that particular database, and it will tell you if it has the thesaurus controlled vocabulary list. But you could also click on thesaurus in ProQuest above the search box in advanced search, and it shows you a list of all of the ProQuest databases that use a thesaurus. Once you find the thesaurus in the database you need, search it for one of the terms you're trying to research. That will show you the subject headings for that term. For example, I searched the Eric Thesaurus for phone, and it gave me a list of 13 possible subjects. The only ones that had to do with the telephone, which is what I was looking for, were cell phones and mobile phones. When I clicked on cell phones, it showed me that the preferred subject heading is handheld devices. This is also the preferred term for mobile phones. The Eric Thesaurus also showed me a list of related terms, which is incredibly helpful when researching, and it makes it much easier to make sure you're getting all of the results that you need for your research. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you have a fantastic day.